Hi, this is Brittany Drozd, and I welcome you to take this opportunity right here, right now, to start creating your legacy and a life that you truly love. This week, I want to talk with you about sales. I saw this awesome infographic the other day that said that 80% of sales take place on the 5th to 12th contact. Now, I don't typically get this much into business and whatnot with people, but I think sales is just one way to measure the impact we're having. So what if it said that 80% of impact happened on the 5th to 12th contact with someone? That would kind of change your perspective and the meaning of that statistic that I threw out there. Suddenly it starts to span these different areas of our life that you didn't think about, such as your relationships, your ability to connect with other people, right? Your business, and likely your health and wellness too, right? The impact you're having over your body probably doesn't happen the first few times you go to the gym, but really as you create a lifestyle out of it, as you make it a habit, you're going to have greater impact. So this really struck me because along with that statistic were all the others about how almost no one makes it to this 5th to 12th contact in sales specifically they were speaking to. And I thought it was so interesting. If you knew like 80% of your sales were going to take place in the 5th to 12th contact that you made with this person, wouldn't you just keep trying to connect to them? Wouldn't you just keep reaching out, trying to serve them, add value, and then eventually you'd have that cumulative, impactful effect that you wanted to have? But something gets in the way. Otherwise, we'd all do it. It'd be just like a formula we needed to follow to be successful. But that is what shows you how strong this other variable is. That variable is fear. Something comes up in us that is not willing to get from the first point of contact to the 5th, and definitely not the 12th, to secure those 80% of sales. Now, if we're not just talking specifically about sales in your business or whatever, what if it was creating a relationship with someone personally, improving or conquering like an old family feud that it required time and time again of coming together and working on it to get past something? So the fear that comes up for us individually is strong enough to stop us from this almost guaranteed 80%, 4 out of 5 times this is going to work formula. Now, I'm not going to get all touchy-feely on you here, but this is about being willing to take risks. Fear stops us because we are not willing to risk being seen more fully in order to get to that end result. We don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to expose ourselves. But that is the exact place we need to go to in order to work with the fear that comes up, to conquer it, to get to the 5th and 12th contacts so that you can get the results that you want. So whether it is a relationship or a business contact, it doesn't matter. It's about addressing what comes up in you that stops you from giving it everything you've got to make that happen. How long are you going to let an old story about something you're ashamed of or a place you don't feel confident in, how long are you going to let that dictate the level of success you have? That's what's happening right now. Those old stories are running the show. You get to make that different. You get to decide, I'm going to strive for that 5 to 12 contacts. I'm going to make that happen. And that's where the personal growth happens. That's where the personal development happens. And those changes become habit. And then you get to live in the success of being able to do that. So, this week, I'm challenging people to follow up with just 3 people. 3 people you otherwise would have said, not worth it, not going to take the time to do this or that. That's about you turn it around and make it about how you can serve them. Choose 3 people in which you should follow up with to change the outcomes for yourself. I would love to hear how these encounters go for you, how the story ends up, and how you make it to the 5th or 12th contact. Or if you have tons of experience in doing this, please share your success with everyone in the community so that we can all be a part of it. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.